Anyways, yesterday I didn't have a time to sit on it, so yeah, the timing is a little bit longer than I expected. Well, everything I've been progressing very gradually, so it's stretched out a little bit, but it's fine because it's this work is very important to me. I want to make it the best quality possible, and well, basically, there's not much left in the work, and try to finish up the last areas, and then work on certain details and cover, probably also cover with the second layer of the black for the background. Let me open the chat so I can see. I can see the chat. Here I can see you. Great. Paulino, hey, hello. Yeah. Let me just move the camera slightly, a little bit like this, so you can see. Oh, you see the half of the face of the first blood. Maybe like this. How many talents do I have? When it comes to the creating art, music, uh, craft, any handcraft, um, I quite excel at it. Okay, well let's get the reference. Let's get going on this one. Prepare the brushes. Extra chair. Umbrella brush. We're gonna need this one. 100%. One of my favorite brushes. Well, someone was wondering about me doing boxing and if I still train, and the answer is yes, I do, 100%. I actually train more consistently, more often, introduce some strength training, cardiovascular expansion. I'm just not live streaming those because I'm giving updates to my AI and I'm just like in the zone. I'll try to do more shorts, with the stuff I do. But yeah, I just want to let you know that yeah, I'm training. The live streams, the boxing live streams will be on Thursday and Saturdays more consistently because those are 2 days where I participate in the classes and so-called group trainings, and that obviously that is for the boxing skill development. Yeah, because there I can, it's just easier to live stream. But for everything else, there's a lot of zone two, a lot of strength stimulus, some weights. Like I'm just following on the program, and live streaming everything is not easy, and it's like you kind of need to keep something for yourself. So yeah, that was an update. Painting, singing, fighting. Yeah. Oh, it's fun, isn't it? All of it is forms of art. That's a good one. Thank you. Good to see you. Hi, Nayan. Good to see you as well. Chat like this. Great. Okay, we're gonna go on the bottom. Let's just keep going. The reference is completely destroyed, almost, but obviously I still can see what I need to see. It's good that I'm done with the beard and the important parts are still visible. Okay, I'm gonna start applying white paint, but before I need to add up a little bit more. Hi to new people here. Quite a lot of white, and I'm gonna add black as well. This, you know what? I'm gonna just take this and clean it off. Oils can dry too much, and yes, it's still a paint, but it's not aesthetic. expensive and I have black in the surplus. So I'm just gonna kind of clean it off like this, and I'm gonna reapply the black color, the fresh black color. You kind of look like Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch reference number one today. Shout out to you. Who said that? Yeah, Darwin. Shout out to you. That's the reward. Stone Wallace also says, like Becky Lynch. Yes, indeed. You're an artist. That's good. You're a good paying artist. Thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, I've always been artist first and foremost, even before the sports, which is something that I didn't know how to really work around it. I mean, create arts, and so before I would that's only like I would do it, but I didn't know how to market, how to share it, except just sharing some pictures in social media, etc. And finally, my YouTube as a platform gives me this opportunity to kind of put it all together, all of my interests, my things that I strive in, things that I love. Who knew that martial arts and expressive arts would just go along together quite well as a content? I'm from Mozambique, very talented, thank you. Well, okay, well, basically, what I'm gonna do now. Um, well, I'm wondering, you know what? I'm just gonna start from the arms. I'll go on the arms so I have this last part left, and I'm not. I just know myself. Like I kind of circle it around, and this last part, I'm just not gonna be able to let rest like this. So taking white paint and reminding you guys, first and foremost, I'm gonna apply the white layer. So new fresh layer of the paint. Why is it white? Because it's easy to work upon it. Start adding some shadows when I need to, and it's pretty much not gonna be an It's obviously not that light. We don't have much highlights, and you can see here are quite shadowy. So you can already start take the black, the white, just like this, into the gray, like this. Adding more white to blend it in. So shadow it down. We're getting a good tone. Adding more shadow. Okay. Well, here it's quite dark, so already can get thick gray paint. I'm doing well, thank you. Just keep going on my, continuing to working on my painting. I'm hoping to basically wrap it up, most of it today. How's my boxing going? I was just talking about it. Even though I haven't been live streaming, I'm very consistently training on the like a pre-camp preparation, expanding my cardio, vascular system, my strength capacity, my CNS recovery, all that kind of stuff. Because athletic training, oh, 1 second, athletic training is not just about pushing harder than an average person would. It is way more than that. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. And boxing dedicated live streams, like gonna be on the class day when I have on Thursdays I have a pair work, and Saturdays is sparring. And I'll try to go a little bit before, a little bit after, so to have a good live streams out of it. And sometimes I'll try to live stream maybe one more time at least, but there are a lot of work right now I'm doing daily for it, and well, that's gonna result into a good performance when I debut. Into some shadows, so we have darker areas here and a little bit lower as well. This one, so I can just hold it so it doesn't mess too much. What line is it? Shadow. Yeah, Georgian here. Dion Shidobisa Romeli Sati Shantam. Good morning. What time is it at yours? Eklari, Piro Suplia Otsi, or 12:40. India. Vergitan, it's India, my friend from Georgia. He's actually into um, so he's in the Georgian MMA scene as a commentator, as someone who's very knowledgeable about MMA. He's also quite knowledgeable about boxing. Very interesting guy, and he's one of the people who has a direct contact with a lot of Georgian fighters. So that's quite cool. Look at India. Yeah, Chris says, don't spam, please don't do it. Yes, or otherwise there will be consequences. Still applying the paint, which is more important than just blending in right now. But at the same time, I do a blend in too, so I kind of apply the right shadows at the right spots right now. When this painting is gonna complete, hopefully today. I mean, I have a little bit of time to work on it now, and I just keep progressing. It's a little bit of wind. I like it. Maybe. წარმატებული იყო და მადლობა ასეთი კარგი სიტყვებისთვის. შენც ასევე მინდია. ძალიან გამიხარდა რომ შემოხვედი. Okay. Let's see how dark the shadow is. It's actually quite dark, so we're gonna go literally start darkening it up more. Okay. Here. This is another darker shadow. It's very interesting. It really shapes the. There's like a vein here, so right now it looks a little bit unnatural, but we'll make a smoother transition. Anyway, oh, you got the water, great. Tapos maçı na live show. His kamerası videos senaryosu tan ismi.
Salt water.
Ah, thank you.
Hydrate properly.
By the way, this is Mindy babe. I was telling you about.
I saw him the
Yeah.
thing downstairs.
He's writing the video script for DMF belt and also watching my live stream. I appreciate it. Hey, hi Matt. Good to see you. Well, thanks for sending email and
I literally just responded to him now.
Yeah.
So Matt, if you check your email, there should be an email for you there.
yeah, I was talking with oldest brother for 4 hours.
That's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
We also have the same haircut, I see.
Yeah.
Complete lack of one.
Vakit pa may ugulas. Mindy says hi to you. Chris says hi as well.
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah.
That you are? Mindy Chris Evander?
Oh shit, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, no.
This is a salty water, by the way. Just a Himalayan salt in the water. Actually it makes it taste better. Vietnamese like a bottled water is not very tasty, so made it taste better. A little bit of salt.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hydrating if you're just drinking water.
Yeah, that's true. As you can see here, I'm going a little bit dark now, darker, and that's what we're gonna do. Part of today's work will be to make sure that certain shadows are dark enough to create that nice prominent effect. Well, other than that, yeah, just keep going on the process. If before I was very careful with all the shadows, now we're being more precise into applying exactly the depth. Okay, so the brush off. Someone asking what? Is there any interesting in chat? Any interesting questions?
All I'm answering is you're a singer, artist, singer, and paint and fighter. Anything else in the world? Just dancer, sprinter, nerd, a few other things.
Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to see a description to. I think I can see Okay. Okay, now I cleaned the brush, so I'm gonna start blending it in a little bit. There's some stick brushes that are perfect for those kind of transitions, but I don't have it right now, so it's okay. Just to deal with whatever we have. And just straight away to let's step on the same. I'm just gonna blend in with this brush.
I hear the birds singing in the background. This map, yeah, it's really nice up there.
Yeah, it actually is.
In the distance, you can hear some roosters, lots of different birds. There's also lots of kids around in this area.
Yeah,
There's a school right now next there.
yeah. That's true. I like the scratchy effect that the umbrella brush is giving. So, like even thinking maybe make a whole piece just with this brush.
What season is it in Vietnam?
Well, it's like everywhere else. It's technically winter, but season-wise, it's the end of the rainy season. Now it's pretty much no rain anymore.
Yeah, now it's this part of the season is going to start to get hotter and hotter, much more sun. I can show you very quickly so you get a view. You see, there's very few clouds, at least right above us and stuff. See down here, yeah, it's getting hotter and hotter and nicer and nicer. Really.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have wet wipes anymore. You have any wet wipes downstairs?
I don't know.
Nice.
I can go and look.
I think that we have. Yeah, if you can bring it up, that would be amazing.
Becky Lynch reference number 2.
Or number three, I think. Number three, yeah.
Nice balcony. It's like a rooftop balcony. This is actually in the hotel we're staying at right now. After our next visa run, we're gonna get a much bigger apartment, 1 or 2 bed. But yeah, for now this was good with the beautiful view and close to the sea and everything.
We're not. We're pretty much like everyone else when it comes to the income. We're not rich people, at least at this point. So, but it's very affordable and manageable here in Vietnam. There are some parts of the world that's life is so much um, easier in certain aspects than the other parts of the world. Just about figuring it out. No?
Welcome back, Kobe Ali.
Um, with those arms. Okay, let's make transitions between the different parts of you.
Is that Hypocrite, Hippocrates, or however his name is spelled,
Or Socrates, or like, yeah, it's like.
or Gordon Ryan? And no,
Yeah.
this is Paul Reed. Um,
And MMA
in
fighter.
closed MMA circles, he's quite well known because he quit drinking at like 35 years old, and
I mean, he started his career, yeah, but he debuted his pro career.
but this was after some alcoholism and like, and he fought all the way until he was 50, and he won his last professional MMA fight at 50. So it's kind of impressive.
I don't like too much wind.
Where are you guys at? USA here? Which state? We're in Nha Trang, Vietnam. Looks just like me, thanks.
Well, good for you. Then you should buy a print for yourself when we launch the prints, because the original painting gonna go to Paul Reed himself, but the the print's gonna be available. I think that's gonna be very cool.
Yeah, we're going to do prints and posters and t-shirts and that kind of stuff. Well, welcome, North Carolina. My back would be killing me punched over like that.
Well, good for me. I usually have a good posture, but right now I don't have a choice. Except
You just sit on the ground.
exactly, you know. I just thought about it by myself.
All by yourself.
All by
Oh,
myself.
such a girl. Oh my god, so many.
Yes,
All
I'm
by
a
yourself.
girl, all by myself. Yeah.
Oh my god.
All by myself. Think I like it. North Carolina, or don't you draw? I used to draw actually. Would draw more often, but now I'm into like painting quite heavily, especially lately.
Or get a taller easel, Joseph says.
Well, that's what I could afford this time, but well, I'm not gonna complain. The materials, that's probably the cheapest materials I ever seen. Like everything, including the camera, the whatever you call the stand, the paints, brushes. I bought for 700K. It's like a 70 gel, which is
What is that in real money?
$20-$30 total. When $20-$30 is not good. Even in Georgia, you cannot even buy
I think
canvas.
it's even less. I think it's like $25.
$25, but that's the thing. For that money, you cannot even afford canvas in some places. And well, I can imagine how expensive it's in the U.S. So I'm not gonna complain about the price of the materials. One of the reasons I started painting too, because like I mean, we started painting here in Vietnam because it was like, well, it's so affordable.
Yeah. This style kind of reminds me of Gordon Ryan, a BJJ character. Yeah, we know who Gordon Ryan is very well.
Yeah, if anyone knows Gordon Ryan, kind of let him know. He can get the print too. Looks like
But yeah, this is Paul Reed, MMA. We've mentioned it many times, and we'll mention it many times again.
Yeah.
Debuted at 35 after alcohol use and that kind of stuff, and stayed active until he was 50. Won his last match.
Now he's the coach, still trains actively, which is prepares professional fighters for.
And
You've had a fair bit of interactions with him. He seemed like a
Yeah,
really
I'm talking
decent
to
dude.
him. He seems to be like a wonderful person. Not everyone responds to you or like interacts with you. Uh, he has quite a big following, and I've had a lot of people talk to him, and I was a complete stranger to him to a certain point before, and that was very nice to be able to interact. Like this part up here.
This is kind of a weird thing here in Vietnam. Not everyone, but some people, they just. You can look at this whole space up here. It's really used for much other than like hanging some clothes and stuff, but it's an amazing art place and everything. So yeah, we're
Yeah,
quite happy about
yep, we indeed are quite happy about it. Not gonna lie.
it. Is Vietnam a sports-loving country or not?
Well, they're very active. They're skinniest nation in the world. They exercise in the mornings, run. Elderly people are seem to be very active.
They go crazy over football here.
They like football, pickleballs, and badminton. They have martial arts. They have actually Alliance MMA. That's like the biggest organization
We
MMA.
have a couple of friends that are going to
Yeah,
compete now
compete.
very soon.
They already competed. Yeah.
Well, we know the national champion.
I'm
He's
talking about Umed too. He already fought him once in the Lion Championships, and yeah, it's quite a big.
yeah, but Alex is from Ukraine, right?
I think he's.
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so it's not only for Vietnamese, but foreigners can do it as well.
Okay, so painting, a relevant question. When you're doing it that black, you're gonna put a whole layer of white on top of it now, and then the black is just gonna peek through, kind of. Yes, or
Well, I didn't understand the question exactly. Sorry.
what you're drawing on, what you're painting on right now.
Yeah.
It started as like a black square, and then you're just laying many layers. So
Yeah. Well, I usually prefer the pretty much the whole painting was done with the principle from light to dark. So I always apply base white layer and then I work on the top of it. But sometimes you have shadows where there's no point to do from light to dark because it's like you rather apply a big darker stain and then you can work around it. So yeah, I mean it comes with experience too. But yeah, that's pretty much how you work
welcome, Nebraska.
on Nebraska.
Spectre asks, "Yo, do you sell them or no?" We are in the process of setting up
Not only
web
originals
shop.
but paint the
Prints, posters, T-shirts, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna start with some limited edition prints, and
I'm gonna darken up some of the areas again, but there's no rush with it, so I'm just gonna apply right shades, right spots.
so yeah, selling them or not? Yes, they will be sold. Not this one specifically. This is a
This
gift
is a gift.
for Paul Reed, as we know him.
Yeah, we do
We-
in collaboration, so basically.
If people are serious, she also does commissions.
It is possible. I mean, I'm not doing everything, but if we agree, if it's a cool idea, obviously appropriate price, and it's in my style. If I'm an artist and you ask me to paint something in completely different style, it doesn't make sense, right? You would want to commission something in the style. My style is dynamic, oh, stoic. Everything's flying today. Huh? Yeah. Anyways.
But yeah, let's say hypothetically somebody said, "Hey, can you paint me, but in like a warrior style?" Or
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean warrior style, that kind of stuff. Oh, no, it's possible.
did you try historical leaders like Alexander and Napoleon? And
Not yet. I wouldn't necessarily do Napoleon. No, not because he's like it was very interesting figure. Alexander, they're the ones I thought about some Georgian, like kings to paint, and some Nordic as well. Like my husband is Norwegian, so those are like the two cultures I was thinking about to do. I have so many ideas, and there's so many offers from people
one of
to.
the things we were thinking about doing was like this series of different warrior cultures.
Yep. Yeah, it's actually someone offered that idea, and it's a great idea, but it's just one step at a time, right? It's just only me and a single painting of certain size, a certain difficulty, um, level of difficulty takes time, right? So that's the only factor, and it's about like just putting priorities and make it as brilliant as it can be. So here I'm also, oh, with this arm, you see I'm filling up it pretty much. So now this is gonna get close to the finish, like this side. This.
Does Amazon deliver to Vietnam? I don't even know.
I think it does. They have other online um, shops. So I'm
Yeah,
not
here
doing
you have
Amazon
things, local things like Lazada, and
in the whole Southeast Asia and in Asia.
this is a huge manufacturing base. So you get, honestly, if you, when you're buying shoes here, for instance, you're getting, they're supposed to be fake, but I don't see any difference at all. And you're paying, how much did you pay for a pair of shoes over?
$20, 15,
Yeah.
depending on the size. You can get the cocoa more expensive too, but pretty much very cheap.
So if the when we're doing the prints and that kind of stuff, we have what's called we were setting up drop shipment. So it's going to be from the prints will be made prints on demand. We haven't launched anything yet because we're waiting for a family member to get the sample so that we're not selling you stuff that's not good quality. Um, and yeah, Ankara is quite beautiful.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, but with the dropshipment centers, they have them in all of Europe, in the United States, all over the place. So shipping won't be ridiculous and it won't be too far away from you and it doesn't take forever to deliver.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the online
Obviously, with
companies that are linked to YouTube, and there are many options.
the originals, then they have to be shipped from here.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm happy to see that people in the chat are kind of talking between each other.
No, that's cool.
Sacramento and California region, that kind of stuff.
People asking where you're from, and they
Yeah.
kind of say,
I spent a lot of time in SoCal. I mean, I spent a lot of time in Lodi, California. I worked at a skydiving center out there. do you skydive, Matt? You skydive at Paris, or which skydiving center are you doing your AFF and stuff? Hey, welcome back, Cappy. Capybara looks like a giant coconut. Babe, you have a video on your channel of you and a capybara cafe, right?
Maybe on Instagram.
I think you have it on YouTube too.
Maybe, yeah. I'm not sure, but yeah.
But tell us about that.
Well, yeah, there is capybara shop. There's also cat cafe, so they're very cool spots here. Some of very cool spots, and yeah, I made a funny video of me interacting with that capybara.
You and Chanel.
Yeah, me and my good friend here.
Do capybaras bite?
They stink, but they don't
They
seem.
stink, but they don't bite.
Yeah, they don't seem to be biting. They didn't bite me. There's in the video you can see there's a picture where it smells me or like just nibbles on me or something. I was like, I love animals, so I'm one of those gross people who doesn't really gets bothered. You know, it's like dogs and cats and capybaras and whatever other weird creatures are out there.
Well, I remember the video. You both looked very, very happy,
Yeah.
even though they were stinky. But you like stinky things. You like when I see.
I like you. You're yeah, let's do definitely.
Hippos look very cute, but I think they're officially one of the
He was
most
one of the
dangerous.
dangerous animals. Yeah, you can't. People are quite dangerous, guys. Okay, I'll leave this site for now. Maybe a little shadow right there.
Hi, what's the black spot between his right hand and stomach? Is that space?
Here, yes.
Yeah.
That's his face.
Low skydiving place, I think, shut down. That may be correct. I mean, I haven't been there for many, many years, but for a very long time, Lodi was the cheapest skydive in the world. $15, $5 for hop and pop. So you can literally roll out of your tent in the morning, jump on the airplane, pay $5, jump on the airplane, do a hop and pop, and yeah, good way to start the morning. I miss that. I like rhinos too. They're cute and slow. Rhinos are cute, but I don't think they're actually slow. I think I remember seeing.
Yeah, anything that looks slow in Africa, it doesn't. It's not slow. You don't want that thing sprint towards you.
Hippos and rhinos, I think they're actually pretty fast.
40 miles or 30 miles an hour or something.
There's a couple of things they've had to do in Africa now, I know. They either paint the horns pink or they cut them off because poachers almost killed them off completely. Start the morning with a skydive. Be crazy. Well, we skydived anywhere from 5 to 20 times a day, every single day for months on end.
Some people do it for years on end. That was base jumping in between. You did less jumps in base jumping because you have to actually hike the mountain or take gunballs and stuff. But yeah. Rosamund Pike is your doppelganger when she was younger. I have no idea who that is, but luckily we have Google for brains.
Yeah. So even here in the shadow, we needed to create the transition, right? So using white to kind of do that. Then paintbrush to even shadows have that lighter spots or reflections, and there is like a darker shadow here.
Did Bruce Lee actually fight or was he a yapper? I don't think he did any full contact fighting, but his Jet Kune Do was the first interesting step towards integrating many martial arts together. So also he was a tiny man. Like he was not big at all. He looked big on camera, but like yeah, he wasn't very big. But yeah, as people are saying in the chat here, the economy is going crazy. I mean, we're kind of doomed ourselves by allowing hedge funds to buy up all the property and rent them back to us for ridiculous prices.
Yeah, way smoother.
So
Laxmikant Wellness says, I'm coming to Vietnam to meet you in the bar. Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
You're welcome.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. We find this reference is now being like a Rubik's cube. It's folds in all directions. I just need the bottom part for now. So this shadow. There are certain shadows. They're like I want to became this way more.
Well, Laxmikant, when you rock up, let us know.
Yeah. Oh, we're all about like meeting new good people and stuff. But at the same time, we're not like a party people either. 'Cause bar is just a work for me. It's like temporarily. I mean, I'm having fun and everything, but this is something that I just do for now. Even there's some areas you might have a prominent shadows, and it seems like this, but it's always it has to be a right transition. So that's what I am trying to do here.
How many hours into this project?
Probably 20
This is
already.
now hour 22, I think.
Yeah, has to be somewhere around that area.
Everyone is frustrated with their jobs. Yeah. I mean, this is one of the reasons why we're in here in Southeast Asia creating things. I mean, we're lucky to be in a position where we can do that, but yeah, it's rough for everyone.
Yeah, but again, it cannot be like this forever. I mean, you still need there are people who do like very important jobs. Okay, what if everyone starts doing what we do? I mean, I think everyone has to be ability to have a good leave on every year, so people can travel, like specialists, like in medical fields, engineering, like infrastructure maintenance. People, so it works the way that they can go for months or two a year to travel and rest and stuff. I think that should be like that. But
Well, it's
yeah,
actually not the travel part so much, but like in big parts of the world, people used to work seasonally, and they would have a lot of downtime.
yeah, exactly. That's like seasonal work. Even if it's the 9 to 5 job, but it's more seasonal. They paid well. They have good insurance. There can be substitute or someone else comes in their spot when they're on the leave, and well, that creates the balance, right? That means those people are maintaining the motivation and stability. But when the economy goes to shit like that, and people just start struggling, and they just inevitably start hating everything about their life, and the only concern is how to feed their families. That's not the dynamic. It's just gonna start collapsing. People are gonna start looking, seeking for a better life in the places that it's possible. Well, and then it's gonna create many other issues. This part and this part is a little bit, yeah, it's darker, but I need to light it up a little bit. So I'm gonna use more light here, and I'm just gonna very gently start. There's actually quite a lighting on it.
I think one thing that a lot of people are doing now is
they're basically arbitraging. So they're getting online jobs and something they can do online
Mhm.
and working from countries like this. And genuinely here in Vietnam, uh, you can live, you can actually live on $600 a month. You're not living any sort of luxury lifestyle. You're living in a one bedroom, not even a one bed apartment, and you're eating local food every day. But it can be done. $1,000 to $1,500, you're living very comfortably.
Yeah.
And 2,000 and above, you have a nice big apartment. You taxi everywhere. You do pretty much anything you want within reason. It's fully possible to spend uh, um, several thousand a month. Don't get me wrong, but like, yeah, dinner ordered to the door can be $4 or $5. So yeah, it's cheap. Yeah, Cappy, I know, I understand. I sometimes trouble with insomnia myself. My brain doesn't want to shut the fuck up.
I don't have that problem.
You are, that's your superpower, your ability to sleep.
Okay, well, I think this arm is quite good at this point. I will get back to it if it's needed later, but yeah, let's go to this arm. And as I was saying, this side, and then we'll lock it in, try to finish it up on the abs and stomach.
But today or next session?
No.
Today, yeah, cool.
Yeah. I'm trying it. What time it is?
It's 1:25.
1:25. You still have time. Yeah.
Did you hear in California they want to tax your savings accounts? So crazy. Yeah, Holland was the first country to now tax unrealized gains. And if you know anything about economy, that's basically guaranteed to push everyone, absolutely anyone, uh, to
Oh, hi.
leave the country if they have any substantial wealth at all.
Every time that face is so like
Thank you.
details.
Yeah, it's like you see, I'm doing section by section. That's how it kind of comes all together.
Pretty good, huh?
I do, brother. Yeah, it's amazing, man.
Yeah, it's my
So,
husband.
mate, Chris.
Oh, nice to meet you, brother. Surab.
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 Yeah. Where from?
Canada.
Canada. Whereabouts in Canada?
I'm born and raised in Toronto, but I lived in Vancouver for like 10 years.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, they weren't on the same one as on Norway.
Oh, in Norway.
Yeah. So I'm
Okay, dope.
up north.
I was telling my ex fiance, she's like my best friend for life. You know what I mean? So she was in Kuala Lumpur, so she just came here a few days ago, and I was telling her about these paintings. I was like, you gotta come to the roof one day. I might bring her up right now.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it.
So quick question from the chat. You in an apartment? Yeah, we have a small studio here now. We just have this temporary while
Yes.
we're looking for.
Speaking of this place, it's very like so many people from all around. Like I met, a lot of people from Canada here and U.S. and Australia.
Like in this building itself?
Yeah, in this building.
It's a reasonably priced, well located
Yeah, exactly.
place, and it's nice and clean there.
On the rooftops, I mean, it's like it's common use, and I come up to paint here.
Yeah.
But people are usually sometimes you come up or some people come up to smoke.
Yeah.
But like not much. It's a little bit weird. Like they don't really use it, and all the staff and the owners don't use it much
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
It's just
Everyone's just chilling, like come for a second.
Yeah.
I'll bring my computer here once in a while.
Well,
Do you get insomnia due to sparring? I don't spar very much at all. Like I've only done a couple of sparrings my entire life, and I'm very careful with which partners I choose. She sleeps through anything. She's never had any problems.
I wonder how taxing unrealized gain would work. I mean, the thing is, it won't work. And
I'll see what she's doing right now. So,
yeah, this taxing unrealized gains is complete insanity. It's going to destroy their economy. Like they're literally begging for an economic collapse. Uh, do they charge more for foreigners? Yes and no. I mean,
Well, actually, surprisingly, like in the places, very often in those very cheap places where they sell food, like mostly Vietnamese go, but a lot of foreigners love to go there here and there. They charge it same. Like
yeah.
a lot of Vietnamese people are very honest. Yeah, there's some everywhere like you can get exposed to the scamming or something, but here my experience would be more like I couldn't buy water because I didn't have enough cash in very hot weather, and I was just like, oh, okay, sorry, I don't have cash. And I couldn't pay with card, and this lady just ran after me and just gave me it for free. So there are like a lot of cases like that here in Vietnam.
Like for apartments, for instance, if you know which sites to look on and you know how to find what the locals are paying, then you will get what the locals are paying. But if you're undiscerning in uh, just going off of simple searches and that kind of stuff, not looking for what the locals are actually using, you will pay more.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense too.
Yeah. And it's also like if there's a tourist street, you know on the tourist street they're gonna charge more.
Of course.
And uh, yeah, the locals don't. A lot of locals say, just not all, but most. They don't have the same. So Vietnamese food, for instance, is incredibly cheap. If it's anything Western, it's a little bit more expensive, but that's kind of a tax you choose to pay. Yeah, like I said, you can live around $600 a month.
Yeah, a little bit more expensive, but still cheaper than it would be like eating French cuisine in United States or even in France, I guess. And here, I think it's going to be cheaper here too.
Oh, 100,
Yeah,
100%.
that's the point. So it's still cheaper than whatever you would get anywhere else.
Are there any stores, restaurants that don't allow foreigners like in Japan? No, never had that experience at all.
Well, the only thing I heard was the apartments. Sometimes they don't rent to foreigners. They're like only Vietnamese, but that kind of makes sense in some cases.
Are there temples in Vietnam?
Or a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the coolest part. It's a communist, and like communism is more about atheists. But in Vietnam, unlike Soviet Union, they didn't really doesn't seem like they pushed any aggressive elimination of the culture and the religion, which is majority is Buddhist, but they have also churches and a lot of Christians and Catholics here too. Majority is Buddhists, and there are temples everywhere, little altars everywhere, and it's actually embraced rather than eradicated. So yeah, that gives very nice vibe to Vietnam.
Are Vietnamese people short? They're
They're on the
they
shorter
are.
side.
Diana is so happy she's finally average height in a country.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also the skinniest nation in the world,
Yeah.
and you see they move around a lot and stuff. Are you all living in North Vietnam or South Vietnam? We're in
South Vietnam,
Yeah.
it's Nha Trang, which is on the bottom coastline of Nha Trang. We live in the northern part of Nha Trang specifically, but it's definitely um, South Vietnam. Did you eat Chinese, Vietnamese food? Yes, we eat Vietnamese food almost daily.
I mean, lately now we've been cooking at home, but we use Vietnamese spices and different stuff that can be added in food.
You know, like they were just been eating a hell of a lot of potatoes and chicken. Um,
Eggs.
uh, Good carbs and good fats, just the fuel trainings and that kind of stuff. We're trying to stay in exactly the same exactly the same weight.
Do they eat cats in Vietnam?
They still do, but not openly. It's more of the. I heard they like longevity for cats is even lower for dogs because dogs are actually more commonly now as a pets here. At least in the trunk and south, I think it's less. In north, it's still more around, eating both dogs and cats.
And no, we haven't eaten either a cat or
No,
dog.
yeah, that's not our thing.
Well, technically, I did
But
eat.
I heard that a lot of those people who actually cook dogs and cats, they sometimes have their own pets, and they don't kill their pets. They go steal someone else's pets. No, I mean, it's genuine. Like 'cause Chanel was worried about her cat when they were back in South Africa because like Neo is like a nicest cat. It's like the friendliest cat, approaching everyone, but he managed to survive. so it's all good.
You all get food at grocery stores, like small markets,
Yeah,
grocery stores, and markets. I mean, it all depends.
yeah. Bazaars, there is bigger stores. Yeah, it's like food is available. It's not hard to get.
But like here, you'll see there's an incredible amount of people just cooking literally on the street with their little barbecues, lobster, and all kinds of stuff.
Mhm.
Coconuts, like all this kind of stuff is very prevalent in the streets. You have big supermarkets and that kind of stuff too. I don't know if dogs are a predator anymore. I'm not sure. Um, I think they eat people. People they eat protein for requirement. Yeah, like everyone needs protein. Diana can attest to that, right?
Yeah.
Explain why.
Well, I used to be a vegetarian. Pescatarians, I would eat meat. I would eat fish every now and then. I still would eat a lot of eggs and cottage cheese. I would still get my protein in the periods when I was eating healthier. But it's just, people speculate. Okay, it's everyone's choices. But let's be honest, it's way more difficult and challenging to really meet your protein requirements and really get there if you don't eat meat. You don't have to eat all the meat. We actually barely eat red meat or pork. We eat chicken breast pretty much as a dominant source. So also those folks there like liver king guys and the ones that are like eat red meat and stuff every day. That's kind of also another extreme. Like there is science that is pretty much.
First, red meat is a great nutrient source, but it also you can get problems with the digestion and
Again, it's overconsumption. It's not bad. It's the same as the sugar. Sugar, carbs are the most demonized right now, but it's not bad. Same before it was fats. Fats were demonized. None of that thing is bad if it's a certain if it's in the right quantity.
what I can attest to because I've been to the United States several times and spent months at a time there. Whenever I go to the States, even though I eat very similar uh,
Diet as I do in Europe and in other places, I always gain several pounds because
Quality
it's
of the food,
what
yeah.
they put in the food there. Actually, funnily enough, um, in Norway, I think 80% of what you find in an American grocery store would be completely illegal.
That's ridiculous.
I don't quite get why people are so much anti-carbs though. I feel better when I eat it. I mean,
If you're
the
an athlete or if you're just a third person who moves and trains, you burn those carbs pretty much, and you need some glycogen
it's glycogen
supplies.
storage, yeah.
Yeah, but if
The,
you're
the reason why people go low carb, and we go low carb too when we're trying to cut, but in short periods.
yeah, you want to create deficits focusing on carbs because carbs is something if you eat the most anyways. If you're in the maintenance, carbs is the biggest number per grams that you eat. and because it's also primarily energy
Kathy
source.
says too much cats are bad for your health. We agree with that.
Yeah.
We're talking about like you have to have a balance.
Yeah.
But that being said, carbs in and of themselves are not dangerous.
But that's the thing because
And there's a huge difference between refined carbs and
of course
like
whole carbs.
full carbs. Yeah.
Carbs like fruits that or berries that are very high in fiber, for example, and well, bar of Snickers. Well, even bar of Snickers is okay when you're a triathlon athlete or marathon athlete, where you generally person who trains and you need a little snack of like carbs. I like to take a little protein, like I would eat egg, and then something like a little chocolate, and that would be my snack, for example, pre-training, especially now. That's why just start vlogging, maybe use AI to optimize it, so you will see what is optimal amount for you, depending on your activity, your sleep, your recovery, and other parameters. That's the only way how to find the optimal. Stop demonizing all those things and just find an optimal way to do it, right?
Kathy says sometimes I drink directly from a cow. Are you on the farm?
Mm-hmm.
I made grilled asparagus with
Well,
pickled carrots and salmon. That sounds really good.
yeah. Be careful with the raw milk, though. Again, I'm not saying that it's also about tolerance and well, your genetics a little bit, but like I would drink raw milk. My grandma would give it to me in Crimea, like long ago when well, that's how they would do. But yeah, you can get some stuff from the raw milk potentially. Not in all cases, but there are some risks.
Kathy doesn't need sleep for 9 days. I think you'll survive. I don't know. I think this when you're afraid of too many germs and that kind of stuff, it's like it makes your immune system weaker.
Yeah, you shouldn't be afraid of the germs. You should be cautious. It's like with the chicken. I didn't know the chicken before I met Chris. Well, I also wouldn't eat meat. I wouldn't cook meat, right? So, um, since I was teenager, so basically, when I started eating chicken, and Chris would he asked me to help him with checking the chicken if it was ready or not. I thought it could be like a steak, just a little bit raw inside. And Chris is like you don't do that ever. Like I could poison myself.
Matt says we have salmon here swimming up the river. Oh, nice.
Wow.
When I was small, a bull attacked me. This is Cappy. Oh, hope you were okay, Captain.
Well, you seem like you're having some adventures here and there, so it sounds cool. Life is more interesting that way.
Well, to be honest, I would rather get hit by a bull. I mean, also relative to how hard it would hit me, but I would rather do that than not sleep for 9 days.
Mm.
Diana would be desperate if she didn't sleep for uh, 9 hours.
Yeah.
Good enough. Nap. My Mayan halibut is amazing. Also, you have Sera, Lobo, and Tuna. I lived in the Cape Verde Islands in Southeast Africa for about a year, and at the market, I had a restaurant there, and you could throw a rock and you could hit the, the fish market, and you get a kilo of or 2 pounds of neck meat, the best meat on the whole thing, for like $2. So it's crazy. Uh, I was running in circles. Somehow I got time. I reached for the railing and jumped away. I was actually pulling his ear. Well, you can't pull a bull's ear. It's gonna fucking stab you. I would stab you too. Not
Okay,
stab you.
we already like you. You're a fun character.
Yeah, you should be careful with tuna with too much mercury. Carbs are good for good health, very important. Yeah, we agree. I tried low carb and I didn't like it too much. And you do technically go into ketosis to burn fat as energy and stuff.
And
But
it's good if you have type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. There are some cases it's kind of prescribed, but it's prescribed temporarily, not as the full
yeah, but that's
everything.
also a result of having a shitty diet for a long time.
Yeah.
And before, so
Like solving one extreme with another extreme long term is also not usually the best solution either. The-
well, luckily the bull was small at the time. He thought it was just a cow. Okay, let's ask the chat.
Am I the only one that's getting a slightly bad picture on the video now? Let me know and we'll try to fix it.
You okay?
That's one thing here in Vietnam.
Everything is so small.
Everything is tiny. I'm 6'1", 6'2", somewhere around there, and everywhere I'm bumping into things.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was just slow data on my phone. Do you think you're gonna finish it today?
I'm trying.
Cool.
Well, I might go back to it and just get some details, but yeah, predominantly I want to keep going and see. So far, we're on this hand now, sure. So let's stick to it. I kind of like this one, but I need to then see compare the shadows from from the distance. So some places are not too dark or too light.
Let's do some camera work. This is the face. Notice the beard, how many tiny little details there are there. Do you sell the painting or just for fun? We are going to start. We are currently setting up drop shipping arrangements and
Starting
print
from
on
the
demand
things, yeah.
and website and all that kind of stuff. We're literally now just waiting for a sign to be
Quality check, basically.
delivered to a family member. Hey, BMCK, welcome back. Good to see you, mate.
All fun people today, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we have a good group of people we like interacting with. But yeah, no, the paintings will be sold eventually. Not this one specifically because it's a gift to the actual fighter that's in the picture, Paul Reed. We know him. Diana knows him through social media and stuff. Other pictures will be in prints and t-shirts and posters on high-end canvas and that kind of stuff. So there will be a little bit for all price ranges. And she also does commissions for pieces that are interesting for both parts. Zachary says, amazing clap. And Hart, did she go to art school or something? No, she's just autistic. Tell the real story.
I was in the art school, but not like out after high school. It was like a part-time school. It's like an art gymnasium, and yeah, I mean that's how I got all my academical knowledge, but and also some practice.
When is the second NLP being painted? Don't laugh. Well, when is the second NLP being painted? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Do you mean second nipple? There are two nipples there.
There are two nipples. Show another nipple.
It's a very weird conversation. My
Yeah.
wife is telling me to show nipples to the internet, but okay.
Yeah, show another nipple. I ordered.
There's one nipple. And there's another nipple. So many nipples. Yeah, Zachary, we got it. LMFAO. Yep. Guy looks like a Greek jacket. Yeah, that's. Well, thank you for saying that. That's exactly the kind of what we were going for. It's kind of a sculptured look to it. If you see the first one she did on a live, the Valkyrie First Blood, it's much sharper. This is kind of like Greek, like alabaster, if you know that reference. Zachary's comment got automatically blocked, but I'll fix it.
What nipple?
My face hurts from laughing. My wife said to show the nips. Yes, that's what I've been.
That's what you've been dealing with. So much harassment.
I used to have orgies and jump off mountains and do drugs, and now I'm showing dudes' nipples on live stream. I don't know what's going on.
I'm glad you're entertained the NCK. On a serious note, I'm actually quite a lot, much more content and stable and happy in this situation. I used to wake up in the morning and try to kill myself like 3 times before noon, literally by jumping off mountains and flying right next to rocks. So, yeah.
Yeah. You like this shoulder, the way it's showing up now?
Yeah, no, it's good.
The belt.
Yeah, also, Matt, I have sent you a reply to the email and stuff. Just look over it, and then if you're interested in stuff, contact us back, and we'll set up a call or something so we can have a little chat of how to do it, that kind of stuff. All you need, all you need, that strong woman. I mean, all you need is that strong woman. No, she's a good girl. We like her. Modern generation now, like the women turn into the men they want to date. They get the career, they get the education, they get all that kind of stuff, and then
Well, let's make it sound that it's not. I think the main point is women were lied into trying to be strong, but as a man, well, there are different strengths that women and men have, especially in a relationship. I think every strong man whose relationships are good and help them to thrive obviously takes a strong woman, which means mentally strong woman, but it's very commonly it's not about being loud or shouting and like manipulating or controlling. It's actually opposite. A woman with the calm nature that can, affects the family with her calmness and quite patient, measured in her words. It doesn't mean that a woman should shut up. No, it's kind of opposite. It's just look at all women who were actually naturally winning in the positions and leveling up. They would always observe and be very careful what they would say. They would listen more, and well, that's actually a strong quality for men as well. So it's just yeah, it's just the concept of strong, independent boss bitch. Oh, man, I hate that word. That was just basically lying into the wrong narrative. Look at my
well,
paintings. The strength is quiet. Confidence is quiet. Sorry.
well, in our case, I mean, you follow me, but you don't follow me because I'm a man. You follow me because I take you to good places, physically, psychologically, mentally, financially, everything. So,
Yeah, and that's what a man should do. So yes, I follow you because you're a man that you're supposed to be, and you take us to the good places. And then I paint.
well, to be honest, also like you were much more masculine than me.
Well, tell him about that.
No, but like you were supporting your family since you were like 16, 17 years old, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You're paying most of the bills in your house and
taking care of everything and all that kind of stuff. And this is not how it should be ideally, but it also forges a strong personality. But when I came along and you could step into your feminine energy a lot more, it changed for you a lot. No?
Yeah. Tell them how you called me
She
before.
can do more. Huh?
So I'll tell you how you called me.
What?
Angry
Angry
ginger.
ginger man?
Angry ginger man.
Tiny little angry ginger man.
Maybe I should take it as my boxing alter ego. I just step on the ring. Anyway, you do my.
Chris, she won't accept she can do more pull-ups. I told her to do pull-ups.
Yeah, he told me. So
And
that's.
I created my months. You can probably do as many pull-ups as me now, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but also my relative body, like it's like I taught this one girl, so she's like a mountain climber, but she was struggling with pull-ups. So I taught her grease the groove, except she's like 48 kgs, and at that point I was like 60. And obviously for her, just to train a week or two, all of a sudden she did muscle up like nothing. Why? Because she's like 48 the fucking kgs. Obviously she trained her
You're
strong.
going to be 48 kgs
No, I will
fighting
be.
weight. Yeah.
My point was, in your defense, is the heavier you are, the harder it is, no matter how strong your upper body is.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Zachary says, where are you from? I'm from Canada. I'm from Norway, so we're actually on the same longitude. Zachary. Kyra says, I'm from Canada too. Diana is from Georgia,
Hi, Canada.
not the state, but the country. I'm also quite happy to let her shine. If she does more pull-ups than me, great. She's the one who's going to be a professional fighter, not me. My athletic career as a professional is over.
Well, I'm gonna give you credit for that, and I want to comment in the chat here about that. This is also one of the strong examples of a very strong man. Like he knows who he is, he knows his value, he knows how incredible he is, and especially in my eyes. But he never ever you had a moment of jealousy because forwardly, that's the solution. Don't bring it into a relationship with each other. Forwardly, that's the solution. Don't bring it into a relationship with each other. And I'm very grateful always that you actually want me to shine, and I want you to shine too. I believe you can. I can teach you sing, and I believe you can paint quite well too. If you would try, but it's up to you.
Yeah, no, you get different priorities later in life.
Yeah. And yeah, without Chris's support, I wouldn't even be here. Going.
BMCK, before I met Diana, okay, so let's put a little bit of context on this. When I met Diana, I had, in the previous couple of years, I had survived a full-on impact in a wingsuit in Brazil, collapsing both my lungs and putting me into a 4-month coma. Before that, all I did was base jump and skydive and kite surf and fight, not in a ring, but just random things and all kinds of uh, extracurricular activities, traveling all over the world. Basically, not to brag or anything, and it's not something to brag about, but like in most of my life, I lived like what you would imagine a 12-year-old's fantasy was like fast cars, fast women, like drugs and alcohol and all that kind of stuff. Uh, so yeah, and when she met me, I was still in cancer treatment after the coma and fairly big, fairly big cancer tumor removed from my stomach. So yeah, it was and it was after a wingsuit crash. So it was um, uh, kind of a transitional period where you find out what's important. I mean, I had to learn to walk again, and it's pretty humbling when one day you're flying off mountains in a wingsuit, you're 100 kilos or 225 pounds, and then you wake up 4 months later and you can't walk and you're 105 pounds. That's a fairly stark contrast and brings a lot of clarity into what you want. Cancer, gastrointestinal stromal tumor. It's a form of cancer, and luckily it didn't metastasize.
How did you get cancer? Well, it's a genetic inherited trait. It's actually similar to what my grandfather died of. He was a brain surgeon from Switzerland. But he died in his mid 40s, early 50s, I think. Um, the cancer was in my gut, and it's actually completely soft, and it's in soft tissue. So this thing had probably been growing for years. It was 5 pounds when they took it out, so kind of a miracle that I'm still alive. And I'm actually alive because of the wingsuit crash, ironically. Yeah, so almost killing me saved my life. Act like a fish. Yeah, I think fairly well is like I've always gotten my sleep. Even though I would, if I sleep for a few days, I would actually in the following days would sleep a hell of a lot. Okay, those are just emojis, I think, for the text is coming out. Yeah, it was pretty wild period. Yeah. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber on my own channel and stuff. If you actually want to see me fly, you can just click on my profile. Yeah, thank you, Matt. I'm glad I'm recovered too. Not to be too philosophical about it, but genuinely, the crash was the best thing that ever happened to me. Yeah, I was in a coma for a long time and stuff, but they found my cancer. I found a new purpose. Okay.
And then we met at the right time, huh?
With a lot of chats, I thought I remembered you already. Welcome back.
And the guys.
Rage Bait Final Boss 69.
Are you Sean Strickland?
Huh?
Sean Strickland?
Yeah, are you Sean Strickland, Rage Bait Final Boss 69? 4 days before Charles Oliveira gets slimed. Let's see. Max versus Charles Oliveira is going to be very, very, very interesting fight.
Yeah.
Two of our favorite fighters.
Yeah, definitely.
I think if it's more standing, then Max will have the upper hand. If not, if it goes to the ground, I think Oliveira's BJJ will make all the difference. But we'll see. Matt says great job on the arms today. Yeah, they're starting to pop.
Yeah, it's going, getting gradually. It's very satisfying process to see when it starts coming all along.
Also, if anyone in the chat or so people like that want, or people out there want to make edits of Diana's stuff, like please do.
Oh yeah, sure.
We love it when people
reuse the material and put cool edits and that kind of stuff together. I'm not a very good editor. Diana, you're decent at editing, but we're doing so much stuff now that
Yeah, it's more
editing.
like I try to keep it as simple as possible.
Roughly how long until it's done? I think you're gonna finish this in this sitting, yeah?
Oh, what time is it?
2:10.
2:10. Oh, I still have time.
She
Yeah.
might be able to finish it 2 days.
Yeah, like because I'm kind of getting now. I'm gonna start creating a hairy texture, just even out the texture on this arm, and then obviously moving to the stomach. A little bit up here and there. I might not give small details right now, but there is a stage where painting is pretty much done. It's just few things. I might not even do that on live stream. I just do like quick wrap up, and then I'll show you it's already ready. But you might not. You
And-
might barely see the difference either.
Would you would also let it dry completely, yeah? And then
Well-
maybe some more details on top.
No, I don't need to. I will do it.
Okay, I'm just
when
asking.
I love it. Look at
So many happinesses. Oh my god, so many happinesses.
Okay, well, let's take another brush. Except first, let me just. Okay, well,
BMCK
that's
says, no rush, seriously, treat it like a good dream. The longer the better. Yeah, we're quite happy doing this.
I mean, I love working on this one. However, I'm excited to start a new one as well. So, yeah, we'll need to just make sure if this side has to be a little bit darker actually, but that's okay. I'll just work on those things when I'm done with pretty much the main layer. Then I can work it around.
BMCK, the longer the better. Okay, you couldn't have a more obvious setup for a that's what she said joke.
Yeah.
I drew in high school, was really good, and was in a bad car accident. That sucks. Well, drawing is the most easily accessible hobby, and it's cheap too. Like, just start drawing now.
Yeah, just get back to it.
Or is there any limitations? I apologize if touching on a sore subject.
Yeah, I mean, it might be, and if there is any, I'm so sorry. However, I've seen a girl with a cerebral palsy, like literally painting with, I think with her mouse or something, and she makes pretty amazing art. So, if you're an artist, you can relearn how to draw. That's just you have it in your brain. You just need to relearn. If your right arm gets cut off, you learn how to do it with the left arm. If your both links are gone, there are artists who do that with their feet. Like it's incredible what an artistic person can do. So I don't know what is it, but considering to trying it.
Misdrawing broke my left hand in so many places. I'm not like disabled. It's just dot dot. I don't know, upsetting, but I agree that. I'm sorry that it upsets you a little bit, but like
Just
also
stick around.
genuinely though, as someone who had to learn to walk again, it's like
Yeah,
you
please
can't
continue.
really
can't really dwell on who you were. Trust me, when you wake up from you used to be 220 and you're 225 and you wake up at 105 pounds at 6'1", 6'2", you have to relearn everything. So yeah,
Well, Chris gives you perspective as someone who's been there, and well, I just tell you, just stay around. There have been people who just staying in the chat, watching the live streams, and one day they just like let me get back to painting or drawing. There were already a couple people. So as much as it's your personal decision, you also need to give yourself some grace. Yeah, sometimes it takes time to get into back into it, and it is always possible to do that.
a Texas made tree. What did I miss? I don't know. Quite a few jokes and a little bit of laughing back and forth. And
Yeah, that's a good quite a few jokes.
anyway, welcome back, Texas.
Let's try to use another brush now. We do have some light hairs here, so let's start from the lighter.
Only thing is on the other arm, baby. You think the bottom shadow would be that dark?
Well, I'm gonna lighten it up if I need to. According to the reference, yes, this dark, this is dark, but we can always take a little bit this, for example. I'm lightening it up like gradually. Sometimes, yeah, I use the reference, but then I just need to kind of get off of it and just lighten it up. So we'll be all fine. Trust me. I'm the doctor. It's your phrase, babe.
My phrase is technically, trust me, I'm top doctor. Just take my prescription. We had a very good chat participation today, very chill. And I wrote, yeah, very nice. That's what we hope to have in this stream.
Exactly.
And a few laughs. For instance, when you asked me to film the myths.
Mhm.
Lomos says that's amazing.
Very much.
So the AI is
Not responding quickly enough. Let's get some. I really like how the the veins on the arms are popping nicely. If you see the vein on the forehead,
It's very subtle. Like I'm basically scratching on the surface, but it's because of there is a hair. He actually fully covered in hair. You see,
oh, he's
light.
a hairy dude for sure.
Yeah, it's like like ginger and light. So that's good for him. But it's very interesting thing to paint. You know, when you the body hair is it's a little bit different than just from what you would have on the head, right? So
Nina says, "Just talent, love streams like this." Well,
thank you, Nina.
we try to showcase all her talents. She's turning professional in boxing this year, so we live stream trainings and sparring sessions and all that kind of stuff. She streams several singing streams every week and several painting streams and an occasional dancing one, Georgian dancing and stuff too. So yeah, we try to show off her talents. So you're very welcome to join. Nacho Nunes says, "Good work, kissy thing, heart stuff." Thank you.
paint all the way till you have
Let's see.
Lindsay?
Well, maybe I finished before. We shall see.
She's in the middle of painting, but if anyone is interested, let's have some models. For those who are a little bit interested in the technique here, can you explain a little bit what you're doing?
Right now, I'm just carving with a small spoon, but a small brush. Sorry, small spoon. But a lot of this effects, you see, like a little hairy effect that creates this layer of. You can see that it's not a smooth skin. There is a hair upon it. I've done with the umbrella brush. I'm using technique of basically same layer, so I'm not letting that layer dry, or I'm not using smaller brush just to like here I did the single hair strokes upon the layer. Here I'm just using more like texture effect.
Cool.
So I'm literally carving, like you see, there's smooth.
So you're almost showing the striations in the muscle too. You're trying
Yeah.
to at least.
Yeah. This is more of the sculpting, but when I do the hair, it's like I clean up the brush at some point, and I just do this.
Okay.
Improve it, try to make it better.
So All Father Ogre and Susep is welcome back in the chat. Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
All Father Ogre says going into details, a perfectionist. Susep says muscle definition coming in soon. BMCK as if she beats me in an arm wrestling match. Well, let's be fair. I'm literally twice her size.
I weigh double what she weighs, so no, she doesn't stand a chance against me physically. But she's a much better boxer technically. And all that kind of stuff. Okay, Matt. Good that you saw the email. I just wanted to make sure you got the email and everything. We'll have a little bit of a correspondence outside of the off chat, so we can talk about how to do it and stuff. But yeah, wanted to do something cool for you.
Yeah. I can hear everything going on here. Too focused.
Welcome to the chats, Ian Bulgaria. Sorry, I'm probably butchering your name. Socialization she wins. You know how when you arm wrestle with kids, you have to let them win. You know, small children, huge choice.
People think that I'm for some reason might be good at the arm wrestling, but I hate arm wrestling. It's also a forced thing to do for a boxer. When someone comes in, oh, you're a boxer, let's arm wrestle. No, it's like the opposite of our capabilities. Like trying to resist. No, that's useless. Sorry, I mean there might be. In Georgia, we have very strong arm wrestlers, by the way, but I think that's a useless sport.
Chris, don't be nice. Don't worry, I'm not too nice to her. She gets bullied on a regular basis. She knows her place.
So many bullies. I go through.
She's waking up so much. When we were up there this morning, she literally joked and
he said, Chris, I'm going to leave you here in the sunshine. I'm going to go back to the kitchen where I belong.
Yes, I said that.
So it was fun. Do you earn from YouTube?
Oh, you can respond to that one.
Laximan Wellness. We earn a very, very small amount of money right now, but what we're hoping to do is make this sustainable. Because we can't do this forever without making money on it, obviously. Bullied like a redheaded stepchild. Yes, that's exactly what she is. We get bullied more than. Sorry, back to the question you had, Laximan Wellness. If we earn from YouTube, small amounts of money. YouTube for the last 2 months is going to pay our rent through some generous donations and that kind of stuff. But we've been working on this for a long time. We have a plan with it. We're going to launch a web shop very soon, sell prints, t-shirts, merch, posters, tie and canvas and the original. So we will make money out of this long term. But first of all, we're working very hard to create a very strong, solid base of interactions with people.
Community.
Um, and everything is going to get put together. But we have uh, tests of prints and stuff coming now soon, so it will start to be available. Why don't she participate in boxing competitions? She is in pre-fight camp now. So pre-camp fight means that we don't have a date yet, but she's now training how many days a week? 6 days a week, and sometimes twice a day, right?
Yes, very methodically.
So her professional boxing debut will be later this year, uh, maybe within 3 months,
Well, that's it.
give or take. But the way it is now, we have. Um, yeah, sorry, I fell off. But anyway, make the fight live here. Yeah, you're gonna live
I think
stream.
rather live or share the live.
Yeah, yeah,
Usually
no,
events they have their own lives
it's
too.
definitely gonna be on the channel. She does boxes, Chris's bags. She does. Yeah, no, definitely. We are going to share the boxing and all that kind of stuff. I'll shush low DMC. You won't. You know exactly what you are. Little shit. In as nice as way as possible.
No, that's what I was about to say. That's our love language. So if he called you little shit, that means he likes it. You little shit.
Technically, you're morbidly obese, smelly, fat little shit.
Me?
In mine.
Yes. Hold on. To make sure that.
And guys, have you ever noticed that like her food, even if we're eating the same thing, as long as you steal it from her plate, it tastes better.
Mm-hmm.
The Russian vodka, you put me down. Mm-hmm. Well, it's actually a funny, like, historical fact that, like, during the communist times in Russia and that kind of stuff, alcohol was used as a tool to suppress people. It was state-sponsored, super cheap alcohol. The raging alcoholism culture ended up from Fish sticks says they look good. Are you a gay fish? I think when she will enter the fight, all tickets will be sold out. Well, thank you.
Hope, hope we get there.
No, I'm not a gay fish, DMCK. No Kanye dating here.
Did I call you Kanye from before?
No, but there's a guy whose name is Fish Sticks. And haven't you seen the South Park episode where Kanye goes off on a tangent about somebody calling him a gay fish because he loves fish sticks? She could also become Hollywood actress. I don't think she's.
Pop Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't think we're interested in too much of that Hollywood stuff.
I wouldn't mind playing in something interesting. It was a very interesting person, a director. You never
Yeah,
know.
but we don't want to go to any of the Harvey Weinstein, Epstein,
Yes, no,
islands,
thank you.
and Diddy parties and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
thank you.
celebrity culture, the way it was, I think, was one of the most corrosive and destructive ways to.
Yeah.
We got brainwashed into believing a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, it's basically idolizing. There's part of the human nature, primitive part of it. Unfortunately, it needs to worship something or someone. The celebrity cult is basically that. Nothing else than nothing wrong with liking someone or even having an idol or two or someone you look up to, but it really depends who that is, and ideally you just kind of look up to yourself.
Well, it's a nice compliment to say that she could become an Hollywood actress, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's the. It's not in the cards anyway.
Okay, let's well stomach part. Like this part is left. It's quite interesting. It's gonna it's like looks like the block, like a square, yeah, the empty square. Everything else is kind of coming all together. So yeah, let's start applying this white paint as I said before, especially in the lighter spots. And that's what we're gonna do, like the lighter parts of the abs. Just apply a thick white layer. This. What time is it now?
2:38. Please tell her to paint the dog. We are working on fighters and like fighter mythology, and so I don't think there's going to be any dogs in the near future.
I was thinking about doing animals, but it's gonna be probably one a human and animal. Like I was thinking about some pantera or leopard, but with the
Okay, first of all, it's panther
panther
and leopard.
leopards.
Pantera, that's a band, and then leopard is I don't know, but it's panther and leopard.
You know where that comes from.
Yes. Um, yeah, but like a tiger or something like that. But the whole point here is we're trying to do like warrior
Yeah,
theme
and
things.
humans is predominant.
If you paint the dog in the future, paint it on the wall. Paint your spinner's animal. Yeah, she might do something like that. Um, I used to paint lots of stuff on walls. Also got me arrested quite a few times.
Vandalize, yeah.
Well, it was art, it was street art, graffiti and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. We need to get back to get you back into art.
That's enough that we have one autistic intelligence in the family. Of course he's jealous. Everybody wants to be a kid now. Going right. I think it's going to be on Netflix.
Yeah.
Her real name is Diana. What do you think about the Ronda Rousey Gina Cardano fight?
It's gonna be interesting to see. Ronda seems to be actually in shape, except her head movements still doesn't look very good. But it's Gina Carano and Ron. They're in the same age group, and Ronda's probably gonna kick Gina's ass. But we shall see. It's gonna be entertaining, nostalgic. I think that's the biggest count here, like just creating that nostalgia effect, you know.
Mm-hmm. I wrote it in the chat too, but full Reed MMA is supposed to be. Christian needs to paint you next. Right now in body recomposition phase, and then in 3 months it's going to be a full diet. So in about 5 to 6 months, I'll be ready for. I'll be ready for a quarter, but not before. Why she married at age 16? She's not 16. She's 25.
Turning 26 this year.
And all father organs, are you serious? Is that about the married at age 16 or something else that was said? Last time she said she regrets marriage? No, she didn't.
I never said that. Well, that's what I'm
I
talking about.
think you're slightly confused,
Yeah.
Mexico.
Actually, we were talking about it the other day. People gonna talk stuff and a lot of misinformation around. They were false.
Well, I know for a fact she didn't say that, so it's not really a big deal. I don't really care what people say. Also, I'm omnipotent. I can pick anyone out of any chat, so it's not really a... Looks more like a Yolden. What is a Yolden?
Olden problems.
You wrote all Yolden, we have to... How you so talented, Redhead? From about ADAGG. How are you so talented, Redhead?
I don't know. Trying my best. Asking right questions. That's the key. Before you go to the next stage.
Oh, we already had some breakfast, so she's not hungry. But if she was smart, she would finish her salt water.
You want to say that I'm not smart?
If you were smart, and you couldn't. wash it off and do the actual. What is the salt water for? Well, to be properly hydrated, especially if you're in a hot climate and you train 2 times a day and you spend hours outside painting and you have a very busy schedule, just water doesn't actually hydrate you. You need some salt, you need some potassium, you need some magnesium, you need a few
Sodium,
electrolytes and
potassium, magnesium.
yeah. So Himalayan salt, usually it's actually from Pakistan. Usually, the Himalayan pink salt or a Celtic salt or something like that in water early in the day will help you keep hydrated a lot more efficiently. She did go to school and college. She actually. Do you have an art degree, or you were just in
No, I
art
don't
school?
have art degree. It's just art school. Art time was the high school, it's like middle school and high school. So I have diploma for this, but it's not the university degree.
But also everything we're trying to do here is we'll look at the art. You don't really need a degree, and nobody's gonna ask you if you went to college for boxing if you win your fights. And yeah,
But it's rocket science.
and also to be honest, like going heavily in debt to get a university degree is like these days, especially with AI creeping up and all that kind of stuff. No jobs are safe anymore. I know so many editors and uh, IT people, programmers and stuff. They're just being phased out. We talked about it earlier in the stream. Many of the people in the chat. Uh, weights experience. You usually talk about slapping Peter Yan, which you're training for. It says Liver King is going to love this picture. It does look a little bit like Liver King to be fair.
Yeah.
Effort and practice makes you more perfect um, in skill than in a degree. I concur. Now we have Peter Yan will be slapped. The training is commencing, don't worry. No, no. Nah, just people that are writing stupid things and they're just getting deleted straight away. We have a fairly strict no insult or if you insult or say stupid, we're just gonna block you. It's just there's no point. What we're trying to do here is create a good community, and if people start bullying people in the chats and that kind of stuff, this is not gonna work. So it's like fairly ruthless online.
What time is it, babe?
250. It's not like a threat, but like a reality. If I time you out 2 times, the third, um, the the third time you will just get timed out.
Kicked out.
Sorry, the first two times I'll time you out. First for a short amount of time, and then for a long period of time. And if you do it again, like it's three strikes and you're out, that stuff. If you say something really nasty, I'm just gonna block you straight away. That being said, jokes are okay. It's fun to have. It's good to have some jokes in the chat. BMCK, for instance, is always joking around. And it's completely fine.
Sometimes YouTube thinks it's inappropriate, but we don't. Wasn't it like a couple times YouTube just blocked it for his message?
Slapping Peter Yan was just an urban legend, some say, but nothing is impossible. Well, he's picking a fight with both Ilya and Marab right now, who are from Diana's home country. So,
I didn't see about Ilya.
yeah, Peter Yan was talking a lot of shit, and Ilya was like, that's my friend, don't fuck around, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you'll get like a tag team match. Peter Yan and some other Russian dudes and a couple other Russian chicks.
And I just run up on this thing, sneak in, slap him, run away.
Marab must win. Yeah, we believe Marab must win. We're not hating too much on the Russians. We have fair few Russian friends and stuff, but like, she's Georgian, so. Yeah, Matt. Every now and then I will kick people before you kick them. So that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna pin this in the comments. Yes, it's not a clickable link right now because we're not smart enough to figure out how to do it. But if you go to the address that's the pinned comment now, you can sign up for the an email list so you get a direct notification when we release the drop for the prints and all that stuff. It's also an aggregate of everything she does. So her TikTok, her Instaface, her Instagram, YouTube, all that kind of stuff is there. And we will do like a special event slash lottery thing on the emails that come in. And Matt knows a little bit about it because we're going to do something fun with him first. Um, but yeah, if you sign up there, you'll get automated or a message when everything is ready. And we will pick a few random people from that to get some cool stuff off. We're not going to tell you all the details around it, but yeah. Noah says amazing. Dolomane 8893 says good stuff. AI, say hi.
Hi,
Turn to
I'm
the camera.
I am AI.
Autistic intelligence.
So many AIs we are.
Artistic intelligence. So, what are some cool fights coming up, babe?
Right now?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Charles and Holloway. What else we have? Something's in April. Yeah, like, sorry guys, nothing that's like I can think about. I'm too focused on this thing, so right now. Who's gonna try to respond to most of your questions at this point, okay?
How do you sustain your living costs? A little bit of crypto trading. We have some money from previous business and stuff we've done. Also have some saved money, and Dan also gets paid for some of his singing engagements and all that kind of stuff. But we have a lot of saved money, and we have some automated income sources and stuff. So, yeah,
Personal clients.
personal clients for personal trainings and that kind of stuff. Right now, we have the full roster of everything, so we can't really take on any new people. But yeah, yeah, you should write about your experiences doing skydiving and doing wingsuits and overcoming cancer and stuff. Yeah, it's been in the back of my head, but right now I'm so focused on building a solid business here. I also do lots of trading in the background and building up the portfolio and laying plans. It's like it's a little bit like we have so many things to do between singing and dancing and art and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and singing performances and going professional in boxing. Like, there's so many things. So yeah, maybe at some point. You own residence in Vietnam. In Vietnam, owning doesn't make a lot of sense for foreigners in a few ways. The rental income on the yield here is not that good. If you only own something for 50 years at a time, you're not really owning it. It's just an extended lease, it feels like. Uh, we also do a little bit of arbitrage on real estate. So we look for higher yield companies to invest in real estate. We have some property in Georgia also. Her mom lives there right now, but at some point we will liquefy that asset and turn it over. So, yeah. Mike F7698 says terrific work. Thumbs up.
Thank you, Mike.
Uh, Also for the residency thing, $300-400 a month there gets you a very very nice apartment. And to tie up that much liquidity and liquid capital to buy apartment in a non-speculative market like this doesn't make any sense. Like I said, living costs here is relatively cheap. You can live well on minimum 600, okay-ish on 1,000. You're coasting from 1,500 to $2,500 a month. Anything north of 3,000, and you're living a fairly luxury lifestyle. You're having a three-bed apartment, penthouse, that kind of stuff. You have lottery tickets with you, Chris? Uh, no, I don't gamble. I only gamble with my life. At least in the past.
I think I need a little break.
So many stretches.
Stretching.
Auction and painting. Yes, we will. Not this one specifically, Laxima. This is a picture that's a gift for the subject for Reed, but we are going to do prints of it. The other one, uh, First Blood, the Valkyrie painting, will be auctioned off, and we will do prints and all that kind of stuff. My girlfriend wants me to move to Moldova so she can be with her family. I'd rather move her family to the US, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, it's a.
Which is better, Moldova, or you want to leave it?
Mike Jones says hard. I'm imagining that's because of the pictures.
It's so too.
Yeah, Matt, it really depends on what kind of life you want to live. I mean, our long-term plan is to have several bases around the world and move along. You're taking a break now, or you're done for the day?
Well, I would continue, but my back is a little weird. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, I'm thinking too. As much as I wanted to
Well,
finish,
maybe also when there's less wind, you can actually put the easel on the table or on one of the chairs.
Yeah.
Or get a stable. Well, actually, just put it there. Put it on this thing. Or it's like something that's super stable. And then
Yeah.
you can have it higher off the ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's. So
Fine.
you finished
yeah,
now,
I'm
yeah?
finished.
So
Well, at least it's done. The arms are done.
this
Part
is
of the stomach I already started. So yeah, it's basically stomach left, and a couple. Then it's a little bit of small, teeny tiny details, and another layer for the background. And
yeah, what Matt said in the chat. Remember to be respectful in chat. Yeah, that's cool. So be courteous to our talented hostess and host. Well, thank you, Matt.
thank you, Matt. Well, should we wrap it up? What time is it?
3 o'clock.
Good rest before the thing, and then
Also, the
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 sun
sun
is coming
is
over this.
evil. Sun is gonna. We're wrapping it up now.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much for being here. This painting is going to be next session. 100%, it will be done, and then it's just a matter of curing it. Then we'll think about next steps. As Chris was saying, we're going to do some interesting things. Matt knows partially, and then maybe we do like what is like a giveaway? Yeah, basically out of this, people and the emails who will sign up for the shop.
Well, it's not just a shop; it's an entire website with an aggregate of everything she does.
Yeah.
And
So we're gonna do a little game there, lottery. Yeah, I think I'm the messiest today that I ever been while painting this one.
So yeah, Matt says thank you for sharing your painting skills.
Thank you. Appreciate
Copy.
you
Hope you have a good sleep. Joan says amazing. Thank you. Director V says something in squiggly letters, but I'm got it translated. So it's pretty.
Yeah, no, all is good.
And Cappy, I'm almost 100% sure she does have a video of her in a capybara cafe here in Vietnam. And
gonna be easier to find on Instagram. You can check out my Instagram.
Your Insta face, okay. Yeah, so there is a video of her with capybaras in the restaurant. You were feeding them and petting them and everything, right?
Yeah.
And sniffing them.
Yeah.
Because they're smelling.
Whatever it's been.
Can we see her draw a painting from scratch? There is actually a live stream of that up on her.
Oh yeah, you need to look up for Paul Reed painting. So the title where it says Paul Reed.
Yeah.
It's
So
basically from the scratch. You need to play it back a little bit. There are a few live streams at least. This is like around 10 live streams at least. I would say so.
on this picture, yeah. So one of the things we're gonna do, if you sign up for the redheaddiaries.net, there's a just put your email in there. It's just for the aggregate for the website that's coming. We will also pick some lucky winners that will get some original art, some other small stuff. We're gonna launch more of it. When everything is ready. So we're just trying to compile a little bit of an email list now. We're waiting for prints to come in so we can double check quality and everything. But yeah, I don't have insomnia now. I can sleep. Cappy says, I killed insomnia. I cured my dry eyes without taking meds. That's amazing, Cappy. Happy to hear that. But yeah, back to the what you're asking, Joanne. She will do another live streams where she paints everything, like she does an entire picture, only smaller from scratch. But she already has one where she painted the picture as a birthday present for one of her friends, and there you can see the process entirely from start. We also encourage, and I'm going to mention this in every live stream now, if people want to take her material, whatever she has on Instagram, YouTube, live streams, anything. If you want to put together edits and that kind of stuff, we not only will encourage it and not try to give copyright strikes or anything like that, we will promote it on our own page and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we're super happy when people do that kind of stuff. Cap says, draw some other fighters. There will be lots of fighters that's going to be drawn.
Just one step at a time, one painting at a time.
With this one also, you're going to have a collaboration with Paul Reed.
Yes.
So she's going to work with the guy who in this picture. Maybe have a little interview, something like that, and do some
Looking forward to
cross promoting stuff.
that idea. Yes.
So yeah, I'm sorry that I'm not smart enough to have a clickable link in the pinned comment, but we're gonna figure that out too. So yeah, but for now we're going to wrap up. Thank you for all the really good interactions. It was really good stream and chat today. We're super grateful for everyone that's here.
Yeah.
And yeah, have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day, great night, and see you in the next one.
Wave goodbye.